Os. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. Alright, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, alright. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded. Here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Pray. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ礼儀を重んずること。一つ景気の言うを戒しもらうこと。Ready? That's it. よい。すばらしい。Ready? よい。So today's class is a beginner class. I would say you could also call this an intermediate class because what we're going to focus on today is kicks. Alright, so typically I would say you are at yellow to orange belt level if you're doing this class, because again we're focusing on Mae-geri front kick and Yoko-geri side kick, and we're going to get into some combinations with those kicks because eventually combinations are going to become more and more important, and that is learning how to string kicks together. Right, so eventually you're going to learn the washi-geri and Shito-geri, so your round kick and your back kick. And eventually you're going to want to be able to string all four kicks together in one fluid drill, right? So where you're doing front kick, side kick, round kick, back kick, and it should be able to just flow from one kick to the other. So this is kind of an introduction to get that flow started. Now typically when you do this, I would say that in a regular flow, if you're trying to do a flow, you would want to do front kick, round kick, side kick, back kick, or front kick, side kick, round kick, back kick. And again, it has to do with how your body is rotating as you complete those kicks. So today we're going to do front kick and round kick combination, or sorry, front kick and side kick combination. But to start, let's get our legs warmed up. Okay, so we're going to do some leg drills, okay, and we're going to go ahead and start off with just some regular calf raises, okay. So let's just go with slow calf raises on my count. Ready? Ich, down, ni, down, som, down, shi, good, go, ro, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Good. Yame. The point here is to pause at the top, right? So kind of get that good flex so you can actually feel the flex in your calves. All right. Let's go for 10 more. A little bit faster. Ready? Ich, ni, som, shi, go, ro, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Amen. Good. We're going to go one more round, a little bit faster. Ready? Ich, ni, som, shi, go, ro, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Good. All right, let's get into some lunges. This is not front stance. This is a lunge. Okay. So start here, and let's just step and lunge forward and down and back. That's one. Okay. Then we're going to alternate sides. Okay. So we're going to come to you and then go back. Ready? Ich. Other side. Ni. Som. Shi. Go. Rook. Zichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Good, check that out. All right, make sure your knees are warmed up, your ankles are nice and warmed up. Something on me. Okay, ankles warmed up, so just kind of stand on one foot, flex those ankles around. Good. Other side. Good. Knees, just bending, making sure everything's working, joint fluid is in there. Good. Keep working those knees. All right, very good. Okay, so the drills we're going to work today. Let's start off with popping into your stance. All right, so we're going to get down low like this. Now I want you to pop and get into a front stance. Okay, so this would be a left front stance. So get down low again and pop into a right front stance. Keys, these are what you're looking for when you do this. When you pop and you land in that front stance, is this your typical front stance or are you just landing? Okay, so when you pop into this, is your front foot lined up with your opponent, right? Remember the side, the outside edge should be lined up with your opponent, okay? Knee over your toes. This doesn't have to be exact for your knees because once you've landed, you can adjust your balance a little bit, right? But your feet are what's key. Your back foot, less than a 45, right? Pointing in. The width of your stance, it's up to you, right? It could be very wide, and you could be in more of a showman stance, or you could be in a hanmi stance. That part doesn't matter to me as much as popping and getting your feet into the right position, okay? Same thing with the left side. Are you straight up, right, with your body posture? Outside edge of your foot is straight and going towards your opponent. Back foot, less than a 45-degree angle. Somewhere around 30 is ideal. Width, again, up to you, okay? And then hanmi versus shoman, up to you, all right? So we're gonna get down into that low stance and we're gonna pop back and forth. Well, actually, let's pop right side only. Let's do 10, right side only, all right? I will stay this way and then I'll turn just a little bit just so you can get another angle. Make sure I'm doing it right, okay? So let's get low, ready? Each. Good, back down. Knee. Good. So. Good, make sure that you're able to stay balanced so you're not wobbling whenever you get up, okay? Ready? She. And down. Go. Rope. Sit. Hutch. Ku. Ju. Down there. Good, check it out. So, looking, okay? It's okay for you to look down at your feet to make sure you're in the proper position. But eventually I want you to stay looking up and focused on your opponent, right? So anytime you move into stance, okay, you're still focused on moving forward towards your opponent. You're not necessarily going, okay, that's right. Okay, that's right, because you're gonna get hit in the face, okay? You should feel it more than anything, but again, as a beginner, and when you're going through some of these drills, look down to make sure you're in the proper position, but also do a couple where you're not looking down. Get used to not looking down, right? So when you do it, look down. It feels right, you got it. Go through maybe 5 that way. And the next 5, stay looking up. Does it feel the same? Because you can tell the difference when it doesn't feel the same, okay? Spin down, left side, okay? Left front stance, ready? Each. Knee. So. turn for you. Sheet. Go. Rope. Sit. Hutch. Go. Ju. And young man. Good. So again, you're going to get a feel for, does it feel right? Okay. When it feels right, start looking up. Okay. If every time you do it, you're having to make adjustments, look down until you feel the adjustment getting where you want it to be. That outside edge of your foot. Your rear foot is less than 45 degrees. Okay. You're not teetering back and forth trying to keep your balance. All right. Those are the things that you should focus on as a beginner until you get it down. When you get it down, start looking up. Okay? All right, good. Let's do the same drill. Let's pop into kibidachi. Okay? Kibidachi stance. So kibidachi, right? Horse riding stance. Our feet are parallel, like this. Okay? Not like this. Not like this. Your feet should be pointing straight forward. Okay? The outside edge should be pointing straight to your opponent. The outside edge should be flat. Okay? Again, feet parallel, knees are bent. The tension should be right through here. Okay? You should feel some tension in your knees and the outside of your thighs here. Okay? Don't try to put your knees over your toes. Then it feels like a weird flex, like you're flexing your knees out. You should feel tension going this direction and down. Okay? Here and here. Your butt, you should almost feel like you're sitting on something, or you would be easily able to sit on something. Okay? Your torso is upright. When you turn sideways, same stance, right? Feet parallel, body is upright. Butt and hips are kind of shifted back and down. Again, it should feel like if someone just put a stool right there, you could just take a seat. Okay? And you could, right? You could get a stool. Take a seat. Okay, the stool's a little bit low, but this is what it should feel like. I'm up, I'm sitting here, let me push it back, out of the way. I'm still exact same stance, right? This is a really low stance for me, but this is what it should feel like, okay? All right, so that's kibidachi. Now let's try to pop into kibidachi. So same thing we were doing before with the front stance. Is that pop up, shift out. Make sure your feet are parallel. Okay, so let's get low. Ready? Each. Feel the stance. Feel your knees. Feel your thighs. Okay. Back down. Knee. Good. Feel it. Check it. Some. Down. Sheep. Good. Go. Good. Feel rock steady. Don't feel like you're trying to balance. Okay? Don't spot, right? Rook. Good. Sit. Good. Ach. Good. Ku. Good. Ju. Good. Check it. Feel good about it. Should feel tension, right? If you keep doing this, you should feel pretty sore in your thighs. Okay. Don't feel sore in your knees. Okay. If you start to feel sore in your knees, this is a stance that you might want to avoid. Okay. Yeah, man. So you should feel your muscles working though in your thighs. All right. You should feel some tension in your knees, but it shouldn't feel like pain. Okay. There should be no pain whenever you're doing this stance. If you're having knee pain, right, avoid the stance. Okay. People with bad knees are going to have trouble around the horn as far as stances are concerned. Okay. Your front stance is still knee. Okay. Your knee is bent. This knee is slightly bent. Back stance, right? Knee is bent. Knee is bent. So if you have knee problems, you're going to feel it in other stances as well. But kibidachi starts to put more tension on your knees and not shifting in and down. So you might feel it a little bit more, okay? All right, so popping into stance. Great way to warm up, number one, but also a great way to check your stance, right? Because a lot of times if you've fallen and you're gonna stand back up in a fight or in kumite, to be able to pop into your stance is gonna help, okay? So it's a good skill to have. So try to practice that, maybe once a week. Maybe as part of your warm-up every time you come out, okay? Especially for beginners, okay? For beginners, you haven't really learned too much, right? So you can only work on specific things, or you're limited on what you can work on. This is just another tool in your tool chest. Pull it out every once in a while, make sure you can still use it, all right? Let's just do front stance, okay? So we'll start here, standing, and step forward into a right front stance, and come back. Left front stance, and come back. Then we're going to start working on our front kicks, on our mai gaze, okay? So stand here, hands on your hips, shizentai, so your feet are just under your shoulders, natural stance, just like you're standing here. Superman pose, yeah? All right, so right front stance, stand back up, left front stance, okay? On my count, ready? Ich, ni. If you need to check, check. Son, shi, go, ro, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Good. That was staying in shonen. All right, I should have mentioned that, but if you have to go through the drill again, do that. Staying in shonen. So try to keep your hips square, going forward. So each, okay, belt and body forward, knee, belt and body forward, not shifting this way into hanmi. Okay, just try to stay shifting forward into shonen. All right, let's do it again just to make sure. Ready? Stay here, hips square, shoulders square over your hips. Okay, ready? Ich, ni, son, shi, go, ro, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Okay? All right, good. So there's your front stance. Now let's add a kick. What's that going to look like? So from Geto Mirai Kumite, so we're going to start in a left front stance. I want you to kick with your right leg, your right rear. Okay, so kick, land in a right front stance. And then draw your foot back. That's one count. Okay, so starting here, ichi. That's one count. All right, right side only. We'll go left side next. Okay, I'll give you time, so take your time if you need it. All right, but remember the mechanics of the kick. All right, as you are in your front stance, this leg comes up. So up, so like this, up, out, down, and instead of back, step it forward, okay? So watch here, ready? Each. All right, try to have that control. Okay, you can see the control that I had whenever I kicked and brought my foot back. You can hang there for a half second and then move back down. Okay, try to exercise that control with each one of these kicks. All right, it's not speed, it's not getting through the kick. Okay, launching the kick, yes, launch it fast. Recover and set down. All right. Okay. All right, so let's try this. You can put your hands where you want. Okay, if you need to have them out to the side, that's fine. Again, a lot of beginners, for balance purposes, like to have their hands out here. That's perfectly fine. Out here, good. Okay. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can go to a fighting stance. I would recommend just trying to keep your hands in and tight. Okay. So I typically like to start in a Ganabrai and then bring my hands to here as I move up. Okay. Your choice. So go ahead and get into your left front stance. Ready? On my count, right side only. Okay, we're not going to go fast. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. Okay, height. Shoot on level. Don't worry about hitting someone in the face. Shoot on level. Okay? Roll. Sit. Punch. Coup. Key eye on this one. Ready? Ju. Ju. And now may. Good. Left side. Same thing. Okay? Try for control. I'm going to turn slightly for this one, just to give you a little bit of, just another angle, right, to view it from, different perspective. But keep an eye on the control. Control is important, all right? At this level, you should be focusing on control. Balance, control, proper execution of the kick. It's not about anything to do with speed at this point, okay? All right, right front stance. Back up a little bit for you. Ready? The kick, one count. Kick and down. Draw back. That's one. All right. Hands where you're comfortable. Okay. Ready? Right front stance. On my count. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roll. Sit. Punch. And yame. Good. There's your right and left front kick. In your stance, recover. Okay? Again, if you're a beginner, if you're a yellow belt, orange belt, this should be part of your daily, if not warm up, something that you're drilling. Okay? Again, you don't have your tool belt is not very full. You don't have a lot to draw from when you're coming out and doing practice. So practice these small things. It doesn't take a lot of time to go through these quick drills, just to make sure you have them down. Okay? All right, let's go to this side of the floor. Front kick drill. Okay? Alternating left and right, or right and left. Okay? So we'll start on this side. On my command, get him right kumite. Hands where you're ready. Front kick with your rear leg, land. Front kick, rear leg, land. We're going to work that drill to this side. Mawate, turn, work it back the other way. Go to that side, do the same thing. Then we're going to do side kicks. Then we're going to put them together. Okay? Let's go to this side first. Ready? Get them right. Take. Shoot. Hands where you're comfortable. Rear leg, front kick, alternating. On my count, we'll go slow. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. Shi. Wate. Ready? Ich. Ni. So. Shi. Wate. Yame. Good. All right. Here, go to this side. But again, think about that balance. As your kick comes up, think about balance and control. Once you do this kick, you should be able to decide whether you want to step forward or put the foot back. This should be your decision. Kick. Okay, now what? Back down, or kick, and move forward. Okay? You should have the ability to pause and make that decision. And it shouldn't look that much different, right? Come up and pause, make the decision forward or back. But when you come up to pause, it should look the same. I shouldn't be able to tell when you come up, kick, and pause, whether you're going to move forward or drop back. Practice that, all right? Because again, it's just a skill to have, and it helps. It helps further down the line. When you get into kumite and you start throwing these kicks and your opponent doesn't know he kicked, she kicked, are they going to move forward towards me or are they going to move back away from me? Right? If they're moving forward and I know it, I'm going to move in with a punch because they're going to fall right into it. But if I do this punch and they move back, well then I've missed. My target isn't where it was supposed to be. Okay, let's go to this side. Ready? Get him right, take, shoot. Hands at the ready, wherever you want. Ready? Same drill. Ich. Ni. So. Shi. What? Ich. Ni. So. Shi. What? And man. All right, good. Now let's work side kicks. Kibidachi stance. Crossing over as we step. All right. This one can be a little bit difficult. So if you need to, let's do it. Let's practice kibidachi. Stepping in kibidachi. Okay. So again, get into your good kibidachi stance. This is where we'll start. And we're going to cross over. Okay. Back the other direction. We're not doing a moate, right? So when we get to the end, you're just crossing your right leg over your left. But regardless of when you end, you should be in a good kibidachi stance. Your feet parallel, outside edges of your feet, pointing towards your opponent. Okay? This is correct. This is not. Any variation around that is not correct. Your feet should be like this. Okay? So when you move to the right, your left foot steps over the right. When you move to the left, your right foot steps over the left. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Keep your balance as much as you can. All right, let's start on this side. Move that direction and move right back. Okay? We're not turning. There's no special turn or anything like that. We're just kind of like a crab. We're moving this direction, and then we're moving back that direction. All right? So on this side, go ahead and get into a good kibidachi stance. Feel good about your stance. Okay? Feet or hands where you want them. Okay? Whatever you need for balance. But again, you should always feel like you could just put a stool under you and just sit right down. All right? Okay, let's move to the right. Ready? Ich. Ni. Son. Good. Back the other direction. Ich. If you need to look down, look there. Ni. Son. All right, and then we're going to go from this side over and then back. So, step on the ball of your foot. Okay? When you're transitioning from one to the other, so from here, let's say we're going to the left, your right foot, get on the ball of your foot. Okay, it's almost like you're in a cat stance here, almost. Opposite though, right? Because your bent foot is in front. So this way, ball of your foot, step, because when you're on the ball of your foot, you can transition that foot out, right? When you're on the ball, as this foot comes across, you can turn that heel out and plant it so that it's parallel, okay? When you move this direction, to the right, your left ball of your left foot, ball, step, turn it out, okay? Starting on this side, we're going to move left and then come back to the right. Ready? Put your hands very comfortable and each knee, some. Back the other direction. Each knee, some. Now, man. Good. Okay. Side kick. So now you're throwing a side kick with that. So you're still stepping in kibidachi. We're still here. Crossover, balance on the stepping foot, kick with the non-stepping foot. From here, kick, land in kibidachi. Okay? Again, move that direction, balance on the stepping foot, kick on the direction you're moving, and then that foot becomes your planted foot for the stance. Okay? So again, and moving this direction, you can have your hands up this way, moving in that direction. So crossover, kick, land. Crossover, kick, land. All right? If you need to do this drill a couple times, do it. Okay? Because next up, we're going to put the two together, the front kick and side kick. This is where that combination and you learning how to flow comes in. So starting on this side, we're going to go only kicking with the right leg, right? Because we're moving to the right. On the way back, we're going to be moving with kicking with the left foot because that's the direction we're moving. You kick with the leg of the direction you're moving. You step and balance on the opposite leg. Right? Let's try this one. Ready? Get in your stance. Moving to the right. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. Back the other direction. I kind of have to adjust to make sure my angle is correct. So if you need to adjust, this is your time. Ready? Back the other direction. Check your stance. Kicking with the left foot now. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. All right. For this, when you start to kick, you can move your foot behind your other foot. From here, behind, so it is more of a cat stance here, neko asadashi. So from here, it's generally you're doing the same thing. The movement is the same. Here to here, here to here. But it frees up your front leg to kick and then come down. Okay? If you go in front, you have to come across that foot, that leg, that calf. Okay? If you're comfortable doing it, do it. But I've just noticed that I change my crossover to the rear. Moving in stance, right? You can move that way as well, behind, across. In Teki Shotokan, which is a kata you'll learn later, you step in front. Okay? You step in front, which is why we step in front. But when you kick, you can step behind. So again, from here, stepping behind frees up the foot. You can bring that knee up, extend your kick, and then land. All right? So work it the way you're comfortable. This goes back to my general philosophy of finding your own karate. Whatever way works best for you, for your body and your body mechanics and your balance and how you balance, try both. Whichever one works out best for you, continue to work on. That's the one that you're going to go to, right? In an adrenaline-fueled situation, your body's going to fall back to muscle memory and what works best for you and your body. So don't try to do something that you're uncomfortable with. Do the thing you're comfortable with. All right? Okay, so let's try it again. Moving from the left to the right, from the right to the left. Kicking with your left leg. Whatever you need to do. I'm not going to tell you to step in front or step behind. You do what feels comfortable and most natural to you. Okay? Ready? All right. Moving from the right to the left. Kicking with your left. Ready? Ich. Knee. So. Moving back to the right this time. Ready? Check your stance. Are you still in Kibidachi? All right. Ready? Ich. Knee. So. Check your stance. Yeah, man. Good. All right. That's a big one. All right. And it may be a pretty big jump, okay, for my beginners to work this stance especially and the side kick at the same time. Because right now all you're doing is this, right? You're kind of standing in Hisokudachi or Shizentai and you're doing one of these. All right. That's still a side kick. It's going out to the side. But it's kind of a front side kick because your leg is up. Just like this, except it's out there. This is a different side kick because you're going to bring your foot up, launch it out, bring it back, and set it down. So up and push, right? This is the difference in Kiage and Kikomi. Yeah? The snap kick, the Kiage, is a snap. Kikomi is the push, and that's generally what you're doing when you're moving in Kibidachi, moving toward your opponent, right? You're doing that push kick, more thrust going into your opponent, all right? So, like I said, it's a little bit more challenging, but this is how you progress, okay? Let's go ahead and do front kick, side kick, okay? Hang with me as best you can. All right, if you need to come back and do this drill another time, rewind and go through it a couple times, do that. Coming towards you, it should look like this. We're stepping in together, right? Down block, kick with your rear leg, transition right into a side kick. So kick, step, side kick. Now look, you got a right front stance. Now you're again kicking with the rear foot and then the side kick. I don't have room. Let's back up. So now you've landed here. Your left leg is in the back. Kick. Left. Kick. All right? So there's that moment of transition from this. You kick, you landed. Now you're turning, right? Stepping behind and launching the other kick. Right? So what you're doing essentially is moving from front stance to Kibidachi, front stance to Kibidachi. But within there are two kicks, front kick and a side kick. Let's do the drill, okay? We'll go slow. You're only going to get like two kicks. So two on the right, two on the right, two on the left. Front kick, side kick, right, front kick, side kick, left. That's all the room that I have here, okay? Might be different for you at home, wherever you're working out. So just keep that in mind. it's only going to be a 1 count. Each, knee, mawate, and go back. All right, so it takes up a lot of space. All right, so let's do this. Ready? Get it, mark, take. Hands where you're comfortable. Front kick, transition to side kick. Ready? Each. Transition. Get back into that front stance. Okay? Ready? Each. Mawate. Your mawate is simple here. Now you're starting on the left. Left is back. Ready? Same kick. Left and left. Ready? Each. Knee. Mawate. Alright, so you see the mawate turn? Because you're pretty much landing in kibidachi after that side kick, right? You're pretty much landing in kibidachi. Because you just did a side kick. Yeah? Transition. Pull this leg back. Turn this one in. Right? If you're going the other direction, okay? Pull this leg back. Turn this one in. Pull, turn. There's your transition. Okay? Your turn. That's your, at the end, your mawate. All right, let's do this one more time starting on this side. Okay? Front kick, side kick. Mawate. Draw, turn. Ready? You start with whatever side you're comfortable with. I know typically when we do these drills, we start off with the left front stance. If you want to start off on the right, that's fine. All right? Ready? Get right, take. Peace. Ready, position. Ready? Front kick, side kick. Each. Transition. Knee. Mawate. Or transition. Going back the other direction. Ready? Each. Knee. Let's go back the other direction. And yame. All right. Very good. So there's your, probably the first combination that you're learning, other than front kick, which would be Mayashi Maigeri and then Maigeri. So front leg front kick and then a rear leg front kick. That's still a combination, but this is your first multi-kick combination where you're doing a different kick. Okay, so practice it. Come back and do this as often as you can. Make it part of your regular drills. Okay, if you're doing kick drills, go ahead and throw in that side kick every now and then. Transition from that front kick to that side kick. I'm not saying you have to go through this 30, 45-minute class every time, but work on it. Okay, work on it once or twice per time you're working out, per session, especially at this level. Okay, you can't get enough practice in at this level, so just keep doing what you're doing. Try different things, add in little things here and there. If you want to do that same drill and throw in a block to start or land with a punch, try it. See what it feels like. Okay, there's nothing wrong with trying to add skills on your own. Okay. All right, let's come back to center of class. Yoi. Subidachi. Ready? Yo. Seiza. All right. Today's meditation, like I just said, try thinking about going through one of those drills but adding a punch or a block. Maybe a block at the beginning, a block at the end, a punch at the end. Okay? Just go through and think how you would make that transition. So. Mokusuyumi, Sensenyuri. Tate. Yoi. Subidachi. Right. Yo. Os. Alright students, thank you for joining me for this class. Starting off with kicks, working our legs today, right? Great class to come back to help work on stance, popping into your stance, transitioning from front stance to kibidachi, and your first kick combination. Alright, we'll see you in the next class. Os.